Have you ever seen a lizard lose its tail and simply grow it back? It's like nature hitting the reset button. Now, imagine if the same thing happened to you. What if, after an accident, your body could regrow a severed arm? What if your organs, your skin, even your brain, could heal and rebuild themselves entirely just like a lizard's tail? At first glance, it might sound like fantasy. But lizards and other regenerative creatures show us that nature already has the blueprint. The question is, what if humans unlocked that ability too? Let's break it down. When a lizard loses its tail, the wound doesn't form scar tissue. Instead, a special group of cells rushes to the injury site, called a blastema. These cells are undifferentiated, like blank slates, and they start dividing rapidly. Within days, they begin rebuilding the lost tail cartilage, blood vessels, nerves, muscle, and skin layer by layer. This isn't magic, it's regenerative biology. Now picture this process inside the human body. Soldier loses a leg in battle and instead of getting a prosthetic, their leg regrows. A child born with a congenital defect could regrow missing or malformed body parts. Cancer-damaged tissue could be regenerated naturally after therapy. Doctors could inject a regenerative cocktail of stem cells, growth factors, and gene therapy directly into an injured area. Your body would do the rest. But what would everyday life look like in this new world? Sports would be revolutionized. Athletes wouldn't fear injuries like ACL tears or broken bones because they could heal completely. Extreme sports might become even more extreme. Risk becomes less risky when regeneration is just a few weeks away. Occupations involving danger construction, military, firefighting could push limits. Knowing their bodies can bounce back, even space travel might become more viable. Astronauts exposed to radiation could regrow damaged cells rather than suffer permanent harm. But there are unexpected consequences to consider. If humans could regrow body parts, what would that do to population growth? People might live longer, survive accidents that would once be fatal, and delay death by decades. This could strain resources, food, housing, jobs, and healthcare systems. The Earth might struggle to sustain a population that rarely dies. And what about crime and punishment? In a world where injuries can be reversed, would violent crimes lose some of their consequences? Could regeneration reduce the deterrent for violence? Or would it inspire new forms of criminal activity like organ theft for cloning or regeneration research? The psychological side of regeneration also deserves attention. Would people start viewing their bodies as replaceable? Would personal responsibility toward health and safety decrease if the body is always repairable? Then there's the possibility of intentional modification. If we can regrow, could we enhance? Longer limbs, denser muscles, even cosmetic reshaping. Would people experiment with new versions of their bodies? Could we design better versions of ourselves, regrow smarter brains, sharper vision, or even stronger hearts? This concept walks a fine line between healing and enhancement, between medicine and human engineering. Now let's look at the cutting-edge research. Scientists have already managed to stimulate regrowth in mice, frogs, and even pigs. In 2022, researchers successfully regrew a frog's amputated leg using a 5-drug cocktail applied for just 24 hours. The regrowth took months, but the result was astonishing. A functional leg with nerves, bones, and skin. Human regeneration is closer than we think. Stem cell therapies are already repairing spinal injuries and heart tissue. CRISPR is allowing us to edit genes, potentially unlocking regenerative pathways hidden in our DNA. There's growing belief among biologists that humans used to have better regenerative abilities and that we lost them through evolution. Perhaps one day, with enough research and care, we could reawaken these dormant capabilities. Of course, not everyone agrees that this future is wise. Some ethicists warn that regeneration could lead to extreme inequalities, human experimentation, and unanticipated side effects. Some religions may oppose the idea of humans playing God by rewriting their biology. In the end, the ability to regrow parts of the human body would be nothing short of revolutionary. It would change medicine, sports, aging, ethics, and even how we define life and death. But with such great power comes great responsibility, perhaps even greater consequences. So what do you think? If given the chance to regrow your body, would you do it? Would you become the new version of yourself? Or would you prefer to keep your body's natural limitations? Let us know in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos that explore the edge of science and imagination.